Now whisper it, but as Prince Harry's name is dragged through the mud following an extraordinary row with staff members of his own charity, Meghan Markle is outshining her husband, outperforming her husband, and outmaneuvering him. And it's my understanding that all of this is putting a colossal strain on an already shaky marriage. Prince Harry, originally Meghan's lucrative meal ticket, is now out to lunch. He's becoming an embarrassing irrelevance with no job and bad headlines, while she goes from strength to strength. If you watched this channel in the past, it won't have escaped your attention that I'm not the biggest fan of the Duchess. I consider her to be a vile narcissist, pathologically ambitious, dishonest, conniving, manipulative, and an almighty fake. But as Harry is accused of vicious bullying, harassment, and using the charity he founded, Sentebale, for personal gain, for publicity, and to prop up the reputation of his wife, all claims that he strongly denies, Meghan is now becoming the senior partner in this relationship. A relationship which began with Meghan as a little-known actress, and Harry, one of the most famous men in the world and the son of Charles and Diana. But the roles have dramatically reversed. Meghan is now calling the shots, and she's leaving Harry biting her dust. She's getting the airtime, she's pulling in the millions, and she's making the headlines. Lover or hater, Meghan Markle is having a vintage year. We've had the embarrassingly bad but much talked about Netflix lifestyle series With Love Meghan, for which I'm still on strong medication, having watched every episode. Watching that show and reporting on it for this channel was my Vietnam. And critically derided though it was, 8 more episodes will be airing in the autumn. Thanks to the noise that the show made, even if no one actually watched it, I fear that Netflix will commission a lot more Meghan-fronted content in the future. And like anyone on a winning streak, even bad things are working in her favour. She's been trolled by one of the most famous actresses in the world, Gwyneth Paltrow. Brilliant publicity from showbiz royalty. She's relaunched her lifestyle and homeware business under the name of As Ever, which was not without controversy, but again, gave the project huge profile. And I'm told that the jam and strange dried flowers that inexplicably get shaken over food are now on sale. She's flogging clothes online with a new website, and there's a business podcast coming this weekend. It is Relentless. Now, it's my view that 3 things motivate Meghan Markle: money, ego, and fame. And all 3 of those things are being fulfilled as we speak. The same cannot be said of the world's least happy millionaire, Prince Harry, or, as Meghan Markle likes to call him, my husband. My husband. I call him my husband. I call him H. My husband. I want to break free. Harry boy. H-y, H-y, H-y. Hasta la vista, baby. I'll be back. Poor Harry was a doleful bit part accessory on her Netflix series With Love Meghan, having been temporarily released from his underground lair to which only Meghan has the keys. And he's otherwise an absent figure from her professional and public life. They don't attend events together. They were apart for Valentine's Day. And it seems that professional collaborations are a thing of the past. And now Prince Harry faces a huge personal setback and a professional setback following a vicious war of words with the former chairwoman of Sentebale, Dr. Sophie Chandauka, which I believe could ultimately cost the couple their marriage. In a catastrophic turn of events, Prince Harry has resigned from Sentebale, the African charity beloved of the prince, which he co-founded in 2006 to honour his late mother, Princess Diana. The scandal, which directly implicates Harry, casts a shadow over Sentebale's mission to support vulnerable children affected by serious illness in Lesotho and Botswana. The future of Sentebale is now in grave doubt. And the problem is that Harry's identity and credibility are tied up in the charity. Claims of prejudice on the part of Harry will be particularly humiliating for the prince, who made headlines in that Oprah Winfrey interview following horrible and unfounded similar allegations that he and his wife made against an unnamed member of the royal family who dared to wonder what their unborn child might look like when it's born. So if this charity is a hotbed of prejudice, then once again, old Harry is guilty of double standards, not for the first time in his life. Dr. Chandalkar has been raging about her treatment as head of the organisation, reserving a special ire for the prince himself, claiming that his actions effectively subjected her to intolerable abuse and that by quitting he was playing the victim card. Well, she's got the measure of him on that one, hasn't she? He's been playing the victim card his entire life. And Harry will now be haunted by a promised lifelong commitment to a charity that he's just unceremoniously dumped. In the year 2000, he told gathered donors and employees, "My work and commitment for this charity will never fail." Oh dear, that has aged about as well as Kanye West's Twitter timeline. And it seems the charity to which Prince Harry has committed his name and reputation has been mired in controversy since the start. In 2008, it emerged that just $84,000 of the $1 million raised through events, including a concert at Wembley Stadium, had actually been spent on helping local kids. Instead, $250,000 was reportedly lavished on staffing costs and thousands more on new offices and a fleet of luxury vehicles. The director of the charity reportedly enjoyed an annual income of $150,000, which included a 4-bedroom villa with staff and an allowance for the overseas education of his children. Now, the reputational damage of all of this for Harry is huge, and it raises another big problem. What on earth is he going to do with his time? This charity and the Invictus Games are pretty much all that keeps him busy these days. Netflix are showing no interest in any more television productions from Harry after his tedious documentary about polo failed to reach a gallop and was sent straight to the knackers yard. And he lost the couple a multi-million-dollar Spotify deal for podcasts after a catastrophic meeting in which his ideas for new shows were described by a media executive as embarrassing. And even Harry's very public role in Invictus faces peril, with widespread complaints in the last couple of years that the event has become about the Sussexes and about Harry rather than the injured military personnel. Prince Harry is flirting with the very real possibility of full-time unemployment. And will that wash with his notoriously ambitious and driven wife? Is Prince Harry still an investable commodity for the enterprising Meghan Markle? Don't forget, there's an overflowing graveyard of figures in Meghan's past who, once they've served their purpose, were shown the door. The Windsors, Piers Morgan, her ex-husband, her siblings, and of course, most tragically, her own father, Thomas, who has never met his grandchildren. Will Harry be next? If you look at Meghan's track record, it's a racing certainty. Poor old Harry is a busted flush. He's a done deal. He's spent. There are no more dark secrets to sell to the highest bidder. No more confidences to be betrayed. The boy is fast running out of road, and it's very clear from Meghan's history that if you're not useful, you are gone. She won't take kindly to a bored husband twiddling his thumbs and getting in the way around the house as she makes her jam, sprinkles dried flowers over food, and places damp lavender towels in the refrigerator. And she won't appreciate the bad headlines just as she is building momentum. Things are so bad for H, he's starting to make his Uncle Andrew look like a figure of probity and respect. Old Randy Andy's not even the worst royal now, thanks to the H-bomb. Thanks to my husband. Well, I fear that he won't be my husband for very much longer. No, I think they are in real trouble. Meghan doesn't need Harry anymore, and it's my understanding that the couple are feeling the strain. Sorry, folks, this doesn't end well. When he was the grandson of the Queen and a globally admired celebrity, Meghan ate him up for breakfast. But now that his value has fallen, he's toast. Yes, he's currently my husband, but soon he'll be my ex-husband because X marks the spot. Ah!